Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Black Panther, Bucky Barnes, and White Wolf. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I was listening to Perch video about, you know, um, Bucky being Bucky being the Black Panther in the MCU, and it got me thinking. Well, since T'Challa do have a white adoptive brother, White Wolf Hunter, which we don't know what his original last name is, but we might as well just call him Hunter, whatever. What how you say how would you? I'm not really good at pronouncing the last names, but anyway, Hunter is the adoptive older brother of T'Challa and Shuri. He was adopted by T'Chaka, the king of Wakanda, and hey, he was a prince. He was the prince of Wakanda, and he really loved Wakanda, even though a lot of people was kind of upset that the king would adopt a white person into the royal family because they're like, hey, he's white. Wakandas were mostly black, but it kind of comes down to that kind of stuff. But when I was watching the Perch video, it got me wondering, like, that actually could be a good idea. They already call Bucky White Wolf, right? And again, White Wolf is a white character who has a lot of connections to Wakanda, and he will defend his country no matter what. Like, that boy will fight tooth and nails to protect Wakanda. And since y'all never introduced him, and then y'all gave the White Wolf mantle to Bucky Barnes, actually, I think it would be a smart idea if Sebastian Stan takes over as Black Panther. And I know some people are like, what are you talking about? Black Panther only can be black. Here's where you kind of are wrong. Because Casper Cole, half black, half white, has been Black Panther beforehand. Now he's called White Tiger. White Wolf is the prince of Wakanda. He is the prince, adoptive or not. He is still the prince of Wakanda. By law, he kind of technically does have that right. And since Black Panther is a mantle, like a lot of you guys like to say, why not put Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes in that position because of the connections of Bucky with the Wakandans in, um, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and at the end of Captain America Civil War. You might as well do that. It makes the most logical sense. And I know how some people was like, you can't do that because Black Panther is a black character. But no, then you guys always say that race doesn't matter. So in this instance, race doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't. And I think it would tell a good storytelling. Of course, a few people will be outraged, but oh well, too bad. Boo hoo, cry about it later. Just like you tell people like me when I get mad about unnecessarily race changes. Oh, cry about it later. You know what I'm saying? So for you guys, cry about it. That's how I feel. Why not? Why not? Why not let him be the Black Panther? And then it can go with a good story thing about, like, because they want to keep up appearances and they don't want people to think that the king had died, so they use Bucky Barnes, to play the role of Black Panther. And then at the time, that will also give Marvel a chance to recast for Black Panther 3. Like, you will literally have to recast T'Challa. Like I said, we can also go and wrap back around to my ultimate Black Panther thing where I was like, T'Challa got kidnapped, got experimented on, and whatever. And this could be something kind of like that where you can kind of take the little premise of that one, because remember, the MCU is mostly based off of 1610. So why not? Why not bring in both of those story connections? You'll have Sebastian Stan stand in as Black Panther. They can use voice modulation or whatever to give the illusion of him still being T'Challa. T'Challa, they with the technology, the science technology that they have, they can pretend like T'Challa is still fine, even though they realize, hey, he's been missing or whatever, or he's very gravely injured or whatever, and the Wakanda technology is healing him, but it's gonna take a few months or something like that. That could really be cool, you know. And if you really want to, you can also introduce Hunter into the um you could also introduce Hunter into the MCU as well, where he'd be like, wait, hold on. You asked this stranger, you asked this white outsider to be Black Panther when the prince of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? So that can be a really cool thing, because then you'll have like the mantle of the White Wolf battling with the Black Panther or whatever, because it'd be like, you called him White Wolf when that's been my moniker that I've been carrying around for a long time. Like he can come to Bucky and be like, I'm here to battle for the mantle of Black Panther or White Wolf. It doesn't really matter. I think it could be a good idea. I know it'll be some black people that'll be like, this is wrong or whatever. But no, because a lot of you weirdos always say that race doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Race doesn't matter in this instance. Why not do something smart story wise and actually, since you don't want to recast T'Challa yet, go ahead and put Bucky Barnes in the role of Black Panther. Might as well. Might as well. Or Crispin Allen. I mean, not Crispin Allen. No, Casperian Cole. That's what the motherfucker. Boy, Jesus Christ! I know I said his name wrong. I know I did. I know I did. You guys don't have to tell me. I already know I did. Thank you very much. I'm just being honest. Like, that could definitely work, because then you can also lead into like these two white men fighting for the throne of Wakanda, where one is the adoptive prince who actually do have rightful ties to the throne, while you have one that's been connected and trained and learning how to become human again through the help of Wakandas, which gives him an appreciation of the Wakandans. You know what I'm saying? I understand that some people are gonna be like, it's kind of weird that you got these two white guys, but at the same time, it's good storytelling. Just until you bring in the real T'Challa again, because that therefore you're going to have to recast. And what I'm saying is, use the second movie to have all of that clashing. Where, okay, the first 10 minutes we see Black Panther be Black Panther. You know what I mean? And then transition it into. I mean, I'm just saying. I just think that this could be something really cool. You have the king, like the first 10 minutes, him being himself or whatever, and then he gets captured, and then in order not to cause an international incident after the fact that he was snapped and then brought back to life, Wakanda's are already shaken. So, to keep face up, they'll have Black Panther still working with like whoever the new Avengers are or whatever and stuff like that, to still go in and play the part. So you'll have Bucky or whatever, and then that's when you'll have Hunter watching like, hold the hell on, that's not my brother, because he knows his brother. You know what I mean? So that could be something really cool to really do. And then you'll have White Wolf show up and confront this thing, and then we'll discover the truth that something happened to T'Challa, but the Wakanda technology is healing him or whatever, but they have to keep face. That's why they're using virtual technology or whatever and stuff like that to keep up appearances. That could definitely be a cool story, and it will also give credence to Bucky being Black Panther for right now, just until Marvel get their head out their asses and actually recast T'Challa. But of course, everybody be like, "Oh my God, the character can't be Black Panther because the character's not black." Doesn't really matter, because like a lot of you guys says with the whole when all of these characters are race swapped, like Catwoman, Jim Gordon, Valkyrie, Heimdall. It doesn't really matter. Their race doesn't matter to the character. Okay, cool. So Black Panther's race doesn't matter to his thing, because just because he grew up in Africa technically doesn't mean that there aren't other races besides black people in Africa. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. There are some people who are pale, white skinned people who are from Africa. I know, crazy, but it's true. It's true. So it's something that you kind of have to take in the thing. But remember, if you are okay with race swapping characters in general, if we have to have a black Ariel for no goddamn reason, if we have to have a black Valkyrie for no goddamn reason, if we have to have a black Homdale for no reason, we have to have a black Catwoman for no reason, we have to have a black Jim Gordon for no reason, and we can have a white Black Panther for no reason. I'm just being honest. I'm really being honest. Like if you can't accept that, then you shouldn't accept race swapping in general. If you can't take if you can't take a person that is another race and race swap them to white, then you cannot justify race swapping. To this day, until people can be okay with Storm becoming a white woman or a Chinese or a Latino, I ain't trying to hear nothing about how it's okay to race swap. No, it's not. To be honest, it's racist as hell. But at least if you did it this way, at least tell a good story around it. People might be outraged, but if you tell a compelling story, it definitely could work. But I mean, those are my thoughts about the whole situation. I don't make the rules, they don't like when us fans come up with stuff, because us fans, we don't know nothing about these characters. We don't know nothing about comic books or whatever. Some of us don't even give a damn apparently. So a lot of us are trolls, racists, and homophobes, all that nonsense anyway. But it is what it is. But I actually enjoyed that little topic that Perch talked about, and I just thought about, like, hey, why don't I talk about it too? Because I thought that was very interesting to make Bucky Black Panther. Interesting. Interesting. I think it could work. I really do think it could work. I wouldn't be outraged by it, to be honest. Especially since the way Black Panther is right now, it makes sense to have it as a transitional period just until the third Black Panther movie, because whatever they're doing right now, I already know it's not going to work. But at least if you can tell a good, compelling story and make it where you're promising to return the original Black Panther, like T'Challa himself, then sure. Because Shuri ain't there yet. Sorry, she's not there yet. And the movie was already full of chock full of fucking female characters in the damn first movie. It don't make no sense to replace a king with a queen. It really don't. It really don't. That's not the purpose of the Black Panther. That's why in the comic book Shuri was rejected, because the ancestors passed it on a responsibility as a male. Because guess what? A male is supposed to be the protector, the provider. It ain't really about sexism. It's about the archetype of being a man. That's not toxic. That is just kind of in the nature of a man, to want to protect, to want to defend, to want to be the protector and the leader, to make sure their people, their family are protected. It's very traditional, but some people always want to try to turn it more into what it needs, all of that nonsense. But that's not the here nor there. But I think it could actually be a good idea, and I thought it was a good topic of discussion, to be honest. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think, comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.